I am from New Orleans, from Sixth Ward, Treme area. It's a historical area where we have the second lines and stuff at. I started doing music since I was 5. I was in a choir. My grandmother had a church, St. Daniel's, and I used to sing in the church every Sunday. And then a lot of my cousins, they sang also. So I have like a big family. I got people in my family that could really blow. On my daddy's side of the family, I always used to watch my grandpa. He had a band, and it was a blues band. So I used to watch him, and I got inspired, and I wanted to, do music also, because it was all around me. My daddy have supposed to be 17 children. He said all of them not his. Y'all ever heard of Cheeky Black? I don't know. Well, Cheeky Black, she one of the bounce legends down here, and I was hanging with her. She stayed around the corner from my grandmother's house on St. Philip Street in the 6th Ward. Cheeky Black mama stayed in the 6th Ward. And the way I met Cheeky, it was crazy because we both was going to bail, and she saw me and snuck me in the back. I was young then, and I went and got my cousins for her. And my cousins them threatened her like, "You with her again? We gonna show you." So she got cool with me. She was like a little bully, right?
Right.
She introduced me to the girl Juicy. The girl, rest in peace, but she sung Eat the Cat. She flipped Get the Gap.
All right.
So Cheeky Black wanted to rap, and I wanted to rap, and then back then they had this called gong shows. Okay, so we were going different places, and we had a group name. No, not really a group name, but I was calling myself Terrible T. Cheeky was Cheeky Black at the time. We Bobby Marstrand had a gong show before, and we performed in that Tanner show. We didn't win, but we just kept on performing around the city. So one particular night, we went to Big Easy, and I think UNLV was performing. Baby was looking at me. He thought I was old. He thought I was old. I was like 14. But the way, I was built like I was an older girl, and I used to be lying, telling people I'm 18, 19, but I was like 14 years old. And he was trying to holler at me in the club. He was like, "No, what's up with you, shorty?" I had like a little leather, back in the day we used to have a little leather outfits on. I had a little leather shorts on with a little halter top. I had my hair in the freeze. Back in the day we used to wear the freeze. And I was like, "Oh, what's up?" Acting all grown and shit. So it was our time to perform, me and Cheeky Black. So we got the mic, and I started rapping, and then I started singing, and all that. So Slim approached me and was like, "I really like your voice." He gave me a card and he told me to call him, right? So they didn't want with Cheeky, because I think Cheeky, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know why they didn't want with Cheeky, but I know Cheeky had some kind of relationship with Pimp Daddy, but Pimp Daddy was lying, saying he ain't never for her. So it was just I guess they didn't want that conflict. She was older than me. She probably was like 18.
She had a relationship with Pimp Daddy.
Well, Pimp Daddy said no, but she said yeah.
Okay.
You heard me? So it was that he had wrote a rap about her and everything.
So from that on, Cash Money, y'all had a relationship?
Yeah, we had a relationship. Me and Slim used to talk on the phone every day. And he invited me to come to the gas building. Remember that gas building he used to be in?
Yeah.
So I went to the gas building, and that's when I met Baby, and that's how they found out how old I was and stuff, because they thought, thought I was a grown woman, Right. Baby was like, "We like your voice, but we want you to mix it up. We want you to sing and rap." Baby was like, "I don't know what the name is." I said, "My name Terrible T." He was like, "No, you can't be no Terrible T." He said, "I'm gonna name you Miss T." I met Cash Money. That's how I got in the game. But I got introduced to the bounce music hanging with Cheeky Black, because she used to be on tour with Full Pack, so I went on tour with her with Full Pack, and we used to be like dancers and
right.
I signed the management contract with Baby, and I signed the a contract, you know, with the company.
All right.
With them. What they did was they kind of built me up. So they had a hot artist named Pimp Daddy. So I was like featured on a lot of Pimp Daddy. So a lot of people was like, who is this girl? Who is this girl? Who is this girl? Right? So it was like, man, I think it's time for us to do a record on you, but you gotta sign a contract first. But me being underage, I couldn't sign it. So we met on the porch in the 6th wall, bought a big house. My grandma still owned that house. And we was on the porch, and baby and them, they had a contract, and it was just like they just went through promotions. It was enough about getting paid. It was just promotions. And then Slim was like, if y'all can't get a lawyer, y'all could use our lawyer. So we didn't know nothing about that. You know, all my grandma was saying is, make sure you buy me my fur coat. We thinking we about to blow the up. You know what I'm saying? My mama and my grandmother signed, and you know, my signature was on it. So I still got the contract. I have the management contract too. It give you the exact date when I signed the management contract, and then later on I found out it was a conflict of interest. But it changed my life because I started having shows. I started making money. I had my own house when I was like 16. You heard me? I had a car. Like that money, which was little, now that I know, it was a lot. I was getting paid off of shows, and I was getting royalties too. I think I got like royalties like 3 times. Well, he pays royalty checks if you do what he wants you to do. Then after that, because I remember one time when we got into it, he was like, I don't owe you nothing. I was a spoiled kid. Like my grandmother took care of me, right? My grandmother took care of me, so I was really, really spoiled. I wanted to get my way, and if I didn't get my way, I always left. And he was like, you do that again, I ain't fucking with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Baby them treated me like I was a woman, but I wasn't a woman. But by me, you know, I was raised by my grandmother, and my mama was in the picture but wasn't in the picture. Especially like when I got pregnant at a young age, you know, they're like, she anyway or whatever. You know, so they started giving me adult responsibilities, and I already had, because I was in the club. My mama came to the club. I was drinking. I was smoking weed. I was doing all that shit. And I was a young girl, but everybody thought that I was older because I was talking about older shit. I was talking about be creeping, if you don't trick, don't fuck them.
And you were saying all that at 15, 16?
Yeah, I was cursing and everything, yes.
So all them records out creeping and all that was, you was 15 years old?
I was 17 when creeping came out, but if you don't trick, don't fuck them, I was like 16. Everybody thought that I was older, but I was a teenager acting like I was mature, and I wasn't, because I was in a whole abusive relationship the whole time this happening with Dolomite.
Dolomite is a bit.
Yeah, Dolomite had a song called Hustler. I met Dolomite, him coming to one of Cash Money events, because he wanted to sign with Cash Money, but they really didn't want to fuck with him. I took a liking to him, and we switched numbers, and we started talking on the phone, and blah, 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 blah.